Krypton fans, if you haven't had an opportunity to watch Krypton Season 1, Episode number 3, The Rankless Initiative, stop listening now, major spoilers, here we go. Here's my notes. Yes, man, listen, this was a really, really fun episode. It was a great episode, but it was ruined by what Hollywood always does, because I think that what most Hollywood execs, and even, television execs, man, they think that most viewers can't relate to aliens or alien beings. So this is what they did, man. They had this little sentry thing that Brainiac sent to Krypton to gather information. The little sentry would open up and hatch like an egg, almost like an alien, and it would attach to a host. The host was a human, so it had to be relatable, and to me it was just really unrealistic, because I was like, dude, we're talking about Brainiac, all right? This dude his knowledge is beyond our realms, okay? So it's impossible for Seg-El to talk to the Sentry and use this human approach to it. He was like, think about your daughter, think about her, and let me down, please help me. And then, the stupid girl, used her actual human emotions or whatever, and Kryptonian emotions, and then Seg-El was free, and it was just like, get out of here with that. That's so it's so typical, man, of Hollywood. But anyway, without that scene, it was a perfect rated episode, man. I had it at a rating of 9 out of 10 stars. Because of that scene, I couldn't give it 10 out of 10, and it was really, really fun, man. So it says, during a military crackdown of Seg's home district, Seg and Adam Strange race to find a deadly sentry. And that's pretty much what it was, man. That's all my notes say and everything. I'm just gonna go back down by the list. Number 1, here's how you pronounce the House of Zod military district, whatever you want to call it. They're called Sagittari. So they're the you remember on Man of Steel, whenever General Zod, broke into, the council, and he was like, on whose authority? And he was like, mine. And he shot him, and he shot that girl, and then her head fell off, and she was bald. Yeah, that's that's what that was. Those were the Sagittari, and it was pretty cool, man, because I always wondered. I said, yo, that was just like General Zod's army. That's all we called it. That's the name that they're giving it. So, that for me, that's gonna go ahead and roll over to Man of Steel. So I was really happy to see that. They're hunting for Black Zero terrorists. The House of Zod, I said, leads the hunt inside of the Rankless city streets. And then, it always comes down to, some innocent civilian getting shot, and then, somebody from the military, siding with the Rankless, and that's what happened. Lydia Zod, she pretty much found one of her Sagittari, what do you want to call it? Like sergeants or whatever, guilty of shooting and using excessive force for shooting innocent Rankless civilians. And everybody, the Rankless was like, oh yeah, she's on our side, hooray, and they celebrated and stuff. So Brainiac, he sent the Sentry last episode, and now we get to understand and find out that the Sentry was actually empty. So all of Adam Strange, his awkwardness and him trying to hide behind Vag, I should say, is pretty much, it's neither here nor there. We didn't even actually need to see that scene. And what I wanted to say is that, and I want to make sure I get this actor's name right. Let me see. The actor that's playing Val, we know him from Game of Thrones. He's doing a really good job. It's kind of hard to come behind Russell Crowe and do anything better than his performance. You're doing a really great job. I hope that you keep that up. What I really don't like is the fact that, he can kind of interact with things like a human being, like he's alive. I would like there to be more scanning, and there to be, kind of like almost like a program, like Russell Crowe did. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like it the way that they're doing it now. But maybe that's because of the technology. Who knows? Who the hell knows? Yeah, he's helping out a lot. He was able to scan the thing and understand that the Sentry has already been opened and already had a host, and then that host attached to a Rankless female that had a kid, and then that kind of gave you that emotional feeling vibe. In DC, for some reason, they can't just go at it 100% and just commit. This is an alien entity. Anybody on the planet, anything on the planet can be the host. So why don't we just do it that way and stop trying to you know, make everything so emotional and all that stuff. I mean, you're either gonna like the show or you're not. I mean, period. That's it. But I would like to see there more. You were talking about Brainiac technology, man. Use it, bro. And I said Brainiac uses the Sentry to gather information. He's gathering information for Krypton so he can take it over. Long story short, the Sentry, the host, has already sent out the signal, already gathered up in the information for Krypton. And at the last scene, we see Brainiac rising over like this moon, almost like, you know, Star Trek, Transformers, Dark of the Moon. You know what I'm saying? They're coming over the moon, and then he's coming towards Krypton right now. He's on one of those moons out there, and he says, Krypton, your world is at end. It was pretty dope just to see more of him, you know, but we're still seeing only the face. We're seeing him come out from behind those dreadlocks, those dreadlock cords and stuff, and then he exposes his skin. You see the green skin, you see the really, really dark demon sort of eyes, and he's there, man. It was pretty cool. Val-El, Adam Strange and Seg-El, they're all hanging out together. They're part of like the Krypton team, the hero team or whatever you want to call them, and they're the ones that pretty much will discover everything inside the show. It seems that way. I put Sega hunts for the Sentry, asks Letazad for help, and then Letazad gives him this ESD device, and that's what, you know, helps him free the Rankless individual. And that's pretty much all we have, man. Next week we should be seeing Brainiac. Okay, if we don't see Brainiac, I don't know what to say. To be honest, I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to do besides just continue to watch, and then hopefully he'll come, man. But what I kind of predict right now, and I usually don't do this, but I wanted to just say it, we're probably going to see a whole bunch of human beings being used by Brainiac. We're not going to see a whole lot of Brainiac on television. I can see it already. It's happening already. They gave us a little taste of it, and that's just the way it is, man. I think they've spent too much money on the CGI and too much money on everything else, and they're going to try to stay with kind of practical effects to kind of keep that budget down, and that's all sci-fi can do, man. I'm going to be kind of disappointed by that, because if you look at Defiance had a lot of money thrown into it, and it just doesn't seem like the budget for Krypton is really, really high enough. It just costs too much to have, you know, the height of the city, you know, all of the flying objects and, you know, crazy technology. It's just too much money, and they're doing the best they can. So I mean, you can't really complain. You can just say congratulations, good job, and that's it, man. Hey, to the cast and crew, man, keep it up, guys, and I'll have another episode review for you next week, man. We're out of here. Go ahead and press that button. It's right. Press it. Oh, wow. Krypton fans, we are here for another episode. This is episode number 3. Here is my notes for the episode, and I'm not prepared right now because I don't even have IMDb up. So let me go ahead and pull that up real quick, and then IMDb, I'll put in IMBD. Alright, so yeah, tonight, the episode, man, was a hunt for Black Zero operatives. And, you've used 75% of your data. Only have 300 gigabytes. I'm gonna have to call them and probably get an upgrade. Let me see, and there's 8 days of my data plan. I guess I'll just have to stay offline or whatever. But anyway, let's go to Krypton 2018. Dang it, man. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another review for Krypton. So attention all Krypton fans, if you haven't had an opportunity to watch Krypton Season 1, and I'm going to try to do this the right way this time. Yeah, Season 1, Episode... This thing has locked me out. Okay, what is going on? Damn it.